Imagine this. A tiny grain of salt holds the power to change your life. While it might sound surprising, salt has played a significant role in cultures and religions for thousands of years. It wasn't always just a common kitchen ingredient. Salt was once so precious that wars were fought over it, and it was traded like gold. But why is salt so valued, and what makes it more than just a seasoning? Today, we'll explore salt's incredible significance, especially in Buddhist teachings. You'll discover why salt is considered a sacred tool for purification and protection, not just in Buddhism, but in many other spiritual traditions. By the end of this video, I'll share a simple yet effective way to use salt's ancient wisdom to cleanse and protect your home. Let's dive into the fascinating stories and practical tips that show how salt can positively transform your life. Throughout history, salt has been a symbol of purity, protection, and preservation. From the ancient Egyptians, who used it in mummification to preserve bodies, to the Greeks who believed in its purifying qualities, salt has been highly valued. The Romans saw it as a symbol of loyalty, and the word salary actually comes from salarium, the payment given to Roman soldiers in salt. In medieval Europe, salt was a sign of wealth and power, but salt's importance extends far beyond its physical properties. In many spiritual traditions, salt is seen as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. It's used to cleanse negative energies and protect spaces from harm. In Japan, for example, sumo wrestlers sprinkle salt before a match to purify the ring. In many European cultures, salt is placed at doorways to ward off bad luck and welcome positive energy. In Buddhist teachings, salt has a deep symbolic meaning. It's believed to purify the mind and spirit, helping to remove negative thoughts and emotions. Buddhist monks often use salt in rituals to cleanse spaces and protect themselves from negative influences. The simplicity of salt, a humble yet powerful element, reflects the Buddhist belief in finding greatness in the small and simple things of life. Now that we understand salt's importance, let's focus on how it can be used as a tool for cleansing and protection in Buddhist practices. One common way to use salt is to place it in the corners of your home. This practice helps absorb negative energy and create a protective barrier. It's a simple yet effective method that requires very little effort, but can have a profound impact on the energy of your living space. Salt is also used in Buddhist temples to cleanse the space before meditation or ceremonies. This ritual emphasizes the idea that before we invite in positive energy, we must first clear away the negative. By using salt to purify, we create a space where peacefulness and positivity can flourish. It's a reminder that cleansing is the first step toward enlightenment. In Buddhist teachings, salt can also symbolize wisdom. Just as salt brings out the true flavors of food, wisdom helps us see the true nature of reality. It removes the illusion or negativity, allowing us to experience life more fully and truthfully. Let's explore a few stories from Buddhist traditions that highlight the power of salt. One well-known story involves a monk who traveled to a village to teach about peace and mindfulness. Upon arrival, he noticed the villagers were constantly arguing, creating a tense and negative atmosphere. The monk decided to teach them a lesson using a simple bowl of salt. He asked the villagers to taste the salt, and they all found it extremely bitter. Then he asked them to sprinkle the salt into a large container of water and taste it again. This time, the water was refreshing, and the bitterness was no longer noticeable. The monk explained that just like the salt, negative emotions are unavoidable, but they only become overwhelming when we let them concentrate in one small part of our lives. If we spread them out like the salt in water, they lose their power to harm us. Another story tells of a Buddhist temple in the mountains that was said to be haunted by a restless spirit. The monks were troubled by the spirit's presence, which disrupted their peaceful meditation. One elder monk, known for his wisdom, suggested using salt. He instructed the monks to sprinkle a line of salt around the temple. As they did so, the atmosphere gradually changed, becoming lighter and more peaceful. The spirit never returned, and the monks continued their meditation without disturbance. While these stories highlight salt's spiritual significance, modern science also supports the idea that salt can have a cleansing effect. Salt releases negative ions when it dissolves, which can improve mood and well-being. These negative ions are often found in nature, in waterfalls, beaches, and forests, places where we naturally feel more relaxed and energized. Negative ions help to neutralize harmful positive ions, which are commonly produced by electronic devices and urban pollution. This explains why Himalayan salt lamps, which emit negative ions, have gained popularity as tools to improve indoor air quality and create a calming atmosphere. In Buddhist teachings, the idea of salt cleansing aligns with the concept of creating balance and harmony in our surroundings. Now, let's explore a simple step-by-step method to use salt's power for your home. This technique is rooted in ancient wisdom, but is practical and easy to follow. 1. Choose the right salt. You can use any natural salt, sea salt, rock salt, or Himalayan pink salt. Each type has its own unique properties, but they all share the ability to absorb negative energy. 2. Find a glass container. Use a clear glass container so you can observe any changes in the salt over time. Fill it 2/3 with salt and place it in a specific corner of your home that feels heavy or negative. Trust your instincts when choosing the spot. 3. Observe the changes. Leave the salt undisturbed for 24 hours. If the salt remains clear, it means the energy is balanced. If it becomes cloudy or discolored, it's absorbing negative energy. In this case, replace the salt every 24 to 48 hours until it remains clear. 4. Repeat regularly. Make this practice a regular part of your routine to maintain a positive atmosphere. Just as you clean your home physically, spiritual cleansing is equally important. This simple salt practice is more than just a ritual. It's a way of bringing Buddhist wisdom into your everyday life. It's a reminder that even the smallest and simplest things, like grains of salt, can have a profound impact. The act of cleansing with salt teaches us to pay attention to our environment, both physically and spiritually. It encourages mindfulness in how we interact with our surroundings. In Buddhism, balance is key. Just as salt can balance the flavors of food, it can also balance the energy in our homes. By regularly cleansing with salt, you're not only protecting your space, but also aligning yourself with a tradition that values purity, clarity, and simplicity. As we conclude, remember that salt is far more than just a kitchen staple. It's a symbol of wisdom, purity, and protection that has been valued for centuries across many cultures. In Buddhist teachings, salt reminds us of the importance of cleansing both our physical spaces and our minds. Whether you choose to use salt for its spiritual benefits or simply to create a more peaceful home environment, the key is to approach it with intention and mindfulness. Like all Buddhist practices, it's not about following a strict rule. It's about finding what works for you and incorporating it into your daily life with sincerity. So, why not give it a try? Take a moment to cleanse a space in your home with salt and see how it makes you feel. You might be surprised by the sense of lightness and clarity that follows. Remember, it's the small, simple actions that often bring the most profound changes. In conclusion, salt is not just a seasoning, it's a tool for purification, protection, and mindfulness. By using salt in a mindful way, you're connecting to an ancient tradition that values simplicity and wisdom. This practice can help you bring more balance, positivity, and clarity into your life, just as it has done for countless generations before you. Thank you for watching, and I hope this journey into the spiritual and practical power of salt has inspired you. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more insights into Buddhist teachings and everyday wisdom. Until next time, stay balanced and stay mindful.